Hello and welcome to the class on measures of dispersion. Standard deviation can be defined as the root mean square of the deviations. Standard deviation of the population is denoted with the sign small letter sigma, and that of the sample is denoted with letter SD. Standard deviation is the most perfect and is the most widely used measure of dispersion. The standard deviation of ungrouped or simple data is calculated with the formula under root summation xi minus x bar bracket square divided by capital N, and that of the grouped or classified data is computed with the formula under root summation fi into bracket mi minus x bar bracket square divided by capital N. Variance is the mean square of the deviations. Variance is the square of the standard deviation, and variance is therefore denoted by the symbol sigma square for denoting population variance and with letter capital V for denoting the sample variance. The variance of the ungrouped or simple data is computed with the formula summation xi minus x bar bracket square divided by capital N, and that of grouped or classified data is computed with the formula summation fi into bracket mi minus x bar bracket square divided by capital N. This slide denotes the comparison of the formulas of mean deviation, mean square deviation, and root mean square deviation. Coefficient of variation is the relative measure of standard deviation, and it is defined as the standard deviation expressed as a percentage of the mean. We collect sample as a representative of the population. The difference between the sample mean and the population mean is because of the sampling, and it is known as the sampling error or the standard error. Standard error is defined as the standard deviation of the mean of various samples taken from the same population, and is calculated with the formula standard deviation divided by under root small n. This slide presents the distinction between standard deviation and standard error. Standard deviation indicates how close the observations are to their mean, whereas standard error estimates how close a sample mean is to the population mean. This slide presents the differences between the formulas of population mean deviation, the sample mean deviation, the population variance, the sample variance, the population standard deviation, and the sample standard deviation. The formula for coefficient of variation can utilize population mean and the population standard deviation, or the sample standard deviation and the sample mean, whereas the formula for standard error utilizes the standard deviation of the population and number of individuals of a sample, or standard deviation of the sample and number of individuals in the sample. Based on this talk, you will have to compute various absolute and relative measures of dispersion for the simple data as well as for the grouped or classified data. Thank you.